Here's my review on the Marvels. This movie sucks. It's the worst MCU movie ever. I hate it. It's so woke. It's another girl power MCU movie, so you know it's gonna suck because girl power movies can never be good. Only men can take over the screen, not the women or any diverse characters. And this movie is woke. It's full of identity politics. I hate this movie. It's so cringe because of how girly it is. It's so girly. I hate women, and I didn't even watch this movie honestly, and I will never watch it. But I decided to give you all my thoughts on it because I know this movie sucks, even if I don't watch it. Ugh. Yeah, boy. That's literally the haters in a nutshell. Hey guys, this is Frozen Ding Stews here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I am going to be doing a review on The Marvels. So, The Marvels is a sequel to Captain Marvel, and also a direct sequel to Miss Marvel at the same time, and is the third film in the MCU Phase 5, as well as the final MCU movie we're getting this year. Also, the last MCU movie we're going to be getting in a while, because the next MCU movie is going to take a couple of months. Like, since next year we're only getting one MCU movie, which is Deadpool 3, and it's releasing in July, not May. Yeah, sadly, no May MCU movie releasing in May like every year, where usually the best MCU movie of its respective year would come out in May. So that's just sad. And this movie is directed by Nia Da Costa. I know some people pronounce it Nia Da Costa, but to me personally, I'm more comfortable with pronouncing it as Nia Da Costa. Unless if I find out that Nia Da Costa is her the pronunciation of her name, but yeah. So Nia Da Costa also directed Candyman, the remake. More on that later, and it stars Brie Larson, Ayman Vellani, Teyona Paris, Samuel L. Jackson, Zawe Ashton, Park Seo Joon, etc. And so basically the plot for the Marvels tells a story, remember in Miss Marvel where the post-credit scene of Miss Marvel where you saw, Kamala's bangle dangling, and then she turns into Carol. That tells you the plot of this movie. Yeah, so basically this new evil baddie named Dar-Benn who I think is an associate of Ronan, because she's like basically the female version of Ronan. More on that later. She uses this one of Kamala's bangles to uses one of the bangles to destroy the universe, and therefore causing Carol Danvers, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan to just switch bodies and all that stuff, bodies and all that stuff, and they eventually find out that Dar-Benn is behind this, and she wants to create this wormhole, and so the trio have no choice but to join forces with each other to be able to get the bangle that Dar-Benn is using, so that they can stop Dar-Benn from causing a wormhole. And this wormhole actually brings in multiverse. Yes, this is a multiverse movie. I mean, not a pure multiverse movie, but it is still technically a multiverse movie. And yeah, so basically, but considering that they don't have much connection for each other. Carol and Monica have problems with each other, especially after Monica's mother Maria dies, and Monica believes that Carol wasn't there for her, so they both have a little bit of issues with each other, and they don't even know who Kamala is, despite we all know that Kamala knows Carol and is a fan, so they must be able to get used to working with one another if they must stop Dar-Benn. And yeah, so that's basically the plot for it. The Marvels. Now, as for my thoughts on the first Captain Marvel movie, yeah, I did not review the first Captain Marvel movie. I actually wanted to review the first film. I wanted to do a movie review on the first Captain Marvel movie, but I no, it's not that it's bad. It's not because I don't like it, but because I didn't have the motivation to review it. Plus the fact that I didn't have time since I got other things to do. I got other things to do. But if you're wanting my thoughts on the first Captain Marvel movie, yeah, I don't like it. Very disappointing. In fact, this might be my pick for the most disappointing movie of all time. Yeah, because let's be real here. I was actually really hyped for this one. I will actually admit that the first Captain Marvel movie had better trailers than this movie. Yeah, I love that the Captain Marvel the trailers promoted this as something big, something epic, and for the very first female led MCU movie, this could have been something truly special. And I was trying to stay away from the haters, trying to ignore them, who would just be like, "Oh, Marvel, how dare you make the very first female-led MCU movie? This is your downfall." But when I saw the movie for myself, I was let down by it because not because it's quote unquote woke, which is one of the stupidest criticisms I've ever heard. In fact, the stupidest criticism I've ever heard. But the problem with Captain Marvel is that it's just not a good movie in general. It's just boring, bland. Captain Marvel is such an uninteresting character. And Brie Larson gives such a bland performance. It feels like a Phase 1 movie than a Phase 3. Like it feels weird to have it be in Phase 3 and be in Phase 3 and not even the action scenes are not exciting. They feel so lackluster, and it's so boring. Yeah, it was just like it's just incredibly boring. Like, who cares about Carol being on Earth and all this stuff? It was nice seeing Nick Fury. Being his full self instead of that stuff. But it's a bit like it's nice to see Nick Fury. Like, we have gotten a proper explanation as to why Nick Fury lost his eye, but yeah, the worst MCU scene ever. You all know what I mean. And as for Miss Marvel, the other Captain Marvel in the project. Now, Miss Marvel, I love. I think you all saw my review of Miss Marvel, and I did give it a pretty harsh review when I first saw it, but that's because I expected a little too much from it. Now I think Miss Marvel is such a great show. I really like Miss Marvel. She's just Kamala is just adorable. She's in my top 10 favorite MCU characters of all time. I love Kamala so much. She's just very charming, adorable. Like, she's so cute, and she's very relatable. Like, she has probably the most down to earth, in the MCU. And I love like how she's very similar to Kate Bishop as well as Tom Holland Spider-Man, where they want to be like their fan, the hero that they're a fan of. Yeah, I forgot to mention Tom Holland Spider-Man in Miss Marvel. That's basically it also applies there. Like, Spider-Man wants to be like Iron Man cause he just admires Iron Man so much. So yeah. And also, Monica Rambeau is one of my favorite characters. It's in my top 5 favorite WandaVision characters. Yeah, she's not the best character. That still goes to Wanda herself, as well as Agatha Harkness and Vision. But yeah, I would most certainly put Monica in my top 5 favorite WandaVision characters. I love her character. I remember I in WandaVision episode 3, I thought that she was going to be a villain. For some reason, yeah, I thought Monica was going to be a villain, but turns out she's just kind of it's hard to explain, but yeah. So yeah, putting the trio together, putting all the trio together in one movie and having them team up, yeah. I mean, I love where this is going, yeah. And yeah, considering that I didn't like the first Captain Marvel movie, I mean, of course, well, no surprise, I initially wasn't looking forward to Captain Marvel 2, like a sequel to Captain Marvel, because I just was a little worried. Though I wanted to be a little hopeful, because first of all, Endgame actually improved on Carol's character arc. Yeah, Carol felt more like a natural character in Endgame. Like, she actually like I was like, okay, this is Captain Marvel. I think we're getting somewhere. I think she could actually become a good character for once. But But yeah, and also this movie had really good trailers as well. Yeah, it actually had me hyped for it. It had me hyped for it. Yeah, it had me hyped, and yeah, I think this movie was very well marketed, much more well marketed than people say than people give it for. Like especially with the fact that Kamala is in this one, and I knew that Kamala was going to be the reason why this movie's good. But the more I hear about it, the more I get hyped for it. Like there's gonna be new cameo. There's gonna be like so much cameos in this movie. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cameos. Like there's gonna be some cameos, and especially a certain appearance in this cameo in this movie that got me truly hyped. But if you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about because I talked about this. So yeah, I always talk about this in on Instagram, and yeah, so yeah, and yeah, but also another reason as to why I gave this movie a bit of hope is because of the current MCU hate, which you already know how I feel about the toxic MCU hate. Yeah, the MCU will always be the greatest franchise of all time, maybe on par with the Frozen franchise, but the MCU is the GOAT, man. So I always want to be more generous to the MCU, unless if they disappoint me, unless if they put out a project like She-Hulk or something like that, then yeah, I'll still be critical towards the MCU. But I think the MCU really is going somewhere now. Like, really is going somewhere now. Yeah. So yeah. Now, yes, and no surprise, this movie got mixed reviews. Yeah, this is the most divisive movie of the year. Some people would say that this movie is terrible. This movie sucks. And some would even go as far as calling this the worst MCU movie. While others actually say that no, this is actually good. This is actually fun. Yeah, it's actually fun and better than the first film. So yeah, after seeing the film for myself, where do I stand? Like which side am I on in this? Which side am I on in this heavily polarizing and divisive film? I gotta say this: higher, further, faster, baby. I was impressed with the Marvels. I am 1,000,000% signing with the positives. Yeah, I don't care what anyone else says. This movie is so much fun. Like, come on, man. This is a movie that Marvel haters could be surprised, could at least find some decency in this film. Yeah, like real critics, they find at least some decency in this film and actually say, hey, this is actually a good movie. I actually like this movie. But no, it's just like, oh, this movie sucks. So it's too woke. I'll never like this movie. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that people only are hating on this movie just so that they can hate it just because MCU bad. Yeah. Come on, guys. Just because this isn't the Endgame era, just because Endgame is over, it doesn't mean there's no hope left for the MCU. Now, don't get me wrong. Endgame is a masterpiece, and I can totally see the love for it. But come on, guys. Come on, guys. There's like much bet, but come on, guys. Yeah, I mean, post Endgame movies that deserve a far more love. And it's actually a reason it exists. It's not trying to be a cash grab. It actually wants to explore more on the Marvels. Like, did you even read the Marvel comics? Yeah. Marvel comics, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I even want Marvel to die. I want to keep seeing and supporting these Marvel movies for as long as I can. And Captain Marvel is just an example of that. Yeah, I mean, no, The Marvels is an example of that. An MCU movie that I defend, and it is certainly in my top 5 most underrated MCU movies, as well as as in my top 5 most underrated movies of 2023 list. Yeah, I mean, it's just, god damn, yeah, this movie is fun. However, I will admit though that this movie is not a masterpiece, and there are some some grabs I have in the film. Particularly the script. Now, I will say though, the story is actually good. I actually like the story. Can it be disjointed and rushed at times? Yeah. But actually, I think that this is a very good concept. A very original concept for a Marvel movie, I can say. Now, people are going to be like, oh, but this is just a Freaky Friday ripoff. This is just a Freaky Friday ripoff. Yeah, I can see that because, Freaky Friday did that. But come on, other movies did this too, and other movies did this too, but for the MCU, it actually makes sense as to why we see them switch bodies and why they end up teaming up. Yeah, this is actually excuse me. This is actually like the story is actually really good. I mean, I really love this creative concept of just our heroes switching our heroes swapping up, just swapping bodies, forcing them to team up. Yeah, I mean that's a good story right there. And also the whole thing about the black hole and the multiverse. Yeah, really good stuff. However, the main problem I have with this is the script. Yeah, the dialogue is very cheesy. A few good lines, there were some lines that were actually hilarious. Like for example, when Nick Fury was like "Black Girl Magic." Yeah, I know that is a very controversial quote because people are saying, "Oh, how could he say Black Girl Magic? That is woke, right there. That is wokeness right there." But actually, admit that the black girl magic thing, it is just hilarious. Yeah, probably one of the funniest lines in the film. And trust me, there are other hilarious moments in the film that I'll get to. But yeah, this one just this hilarious moment. But yeah, but most of the dialogue here is just it's just basically the characters explaining to the audience of what's going on. Like and like seriously, show don't tell. Like for example, Monica had to explain to the audience about what Carol's powers, even though she said she was like Carol has light powers. I can see it, and yeah, like that line. Yeah, I mean the line. I can see it. I mean, who wrote this line? Seriously, who? Like seriously, who wrote this line? Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, that's a very cheesy line, and also every time, I mean it happens a lot. Like for example, when in the final battle when the black hole opens, Monica literally had to explain to the audience that oh, there's a black hole. It causes things to do this and do that, and they even had to explain that Bangle's powers, even though we know. Yeah, I know there's some people who can't afford Disney Plus and to watch and can't watch the MCU show, so of course they had to explain the Bangle for those who didn't watch Miss Marvel, but it still feels very exposition heavy. So yeah, I mean not all the dialogue is bad, not everything in the script is bad, but this movie is just bombarded with far too much exposition and all this stuff. But other than that, everything else about the movie is great. Yeah. I would say that the writing overall is okay, just okay. I don't think it's a bad think it's bad writing. It just needed a bit of it just needed a better script, but the story once it's tell actually not bad. But I mean everything else is just so good. Like where do I even get started with this? Yeah. First of all, I gotta say, goddamn, the movie was so much fun, and I was never bored at all. Yeah, like this movie is so fast paced, and that really shows with the one out with its justified short runtime. And yes, I defend the decision to make this movie short. It is very justified because it's very refreshing to have a very short MCU movie because it can be just like what the tagline said, all killer, no filler. Yeah, that was the tagline in the news articles where it says that the Marvels is gonna be the shortest MCU movie ever. With where it says short runtime. All killer, no filler. Yeah, that's what this movie feels like. All killer and no filler. Yeah, thank God for that. Yeah, thank God for Marvel actually actually being able to try to do this. And I know usually short MCU movies under 2 hours are usually not the most well received ones. You got other short films like Thor: Dark World, The Incredible Hulk, Thor: Love and Thunder, the first Thor movie as well. The first two Ant-Man movies, Doctor Strange as well. Yeah. I think I'm gonna say that this is probably the best of the short. And this is tied with Doctor Strange one as the best MCU movie that is under 2 hours. Maybe I give a slight edge to I'm not sure which one I prefer, but it kind of depends. But maybe I give a slight edge to Doctor Strange. Yeah. Doctor Strange. Yeah. Doctor Strange, yeah. I think Doctor Strange would be my favorite MCU movie that's under 2 hours, but this is the best one since the best of these under 2 hours, 2 hour MCU movies since Doctor Strange, yeah, the one. So yeah, and this is one of the most charming and creative MCU movies I've ever seen. Carol, Monica, and Kamala have such great chemistry, and they are such a perfect team. Kamala is obviously the highlight, the MVP of the movie, just like what I was expecting. But that's because she brings the charm and creativity. Plus, Iman Vellani just rules. Yeah, I praised her. I think I praised her enough in my. I praised her enough in my I gave her like enough praise in my Miss Marvel review, and I stand by that. Iman Vellani is yeah. Iman Vellani is Miss Marvel. She is just perfect for the role, and there's no one else I can think of who is better at portraying Kamala than Iman Vellani. Yeah, she is Miss Marvel. She owns this role, and she's probably even better here than she is in her own show. In her own show, yeah. I love it, and we need more her in more stuff, more movies and TV shows than just the MCU. I'm serious. Brie Larson as Carol Danvers. Yeah, yeah, I'm not a fan of her character in Captain Marvel, her own solo film back in 2019. But she actually has grown on me ever since, with her appearance in Endgame. Love her in Endgame, and also her appearance her appearance in Shang-Chi, her cameo in Shang-Chi. But here, yeah, I think this is hands down Carol Danvers at her best. Yeah, this is the best she's ever have been. Yeah, she actually does feel like a real character. This movie makes Carol Danvers more interesting of a character than she already is, which is good. And Brie Larson actually gives a good performance. You can clearly feel her emotion. And Brie Larson, an Oscar-winning actress, actually does unleash her full potential. And yeah, that's a major plus. Monica is the weakest of the three heroes, of the three members of the team, but I still really dug Monica. I still really like what they did to her character. She's just such a great character, all in all. And yeah, I don't have much to say about Monica, but I really like her character arc in this one, like trying to move on from Maria's death, and Maria's death. Although, yeah, with all the flaws I said, most of the flaws were caused by Monica Rambeau, so that's why I think she's the weakest one. But yeah, I still would personally put her in my top five favorite characters in the movie. And she got that black girl magic. Yeah, I love that line. Black girl magic. Yeah, I'm actually obsessed with that line. And yeah, where was I? And yeah, those three, the chemistry between the three heroes, they really nail it. Yeah, and that is certainly one of the highlights. And I'm glad that other people can actually see that that the trio actually has really strong chemistry, really perfect chemistry. Chemistry. And by the way, yeah, I love all those Disney references. Like in the beginning of the film, no, not the prologue with Darben like finding a bangle on the moon, but the actual beginning where we see Kamala actually daydreaming about her going on an adventure with Captain Marvel, and then and then literally she imagines it through a hand-drawn sequence. Yeah, a sketched hand-drawn sequence. Yeah, that is one of my favorite scenes in the film. It is just so creative and really put a smile on my face, and it does feel like Disney since it does feel like a Disney since Disney loves to do hand-drawn, and so they did that with that scene. And also not to mention as well, like one of my absolute favorite scenes in the film is the Aladnar scene. Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. Aladnar is now officially my new favorite MCU world. Yep, better than Wakanda. I'm not serious. Yeah, it feels like out of all the worlds in the MCU that I want to visit, it's definitely Aladnar. Yeah, out of all the planets I want to visit, out of all of them, nowhere, like any of the planets with guardians, I would most certainly choose. I would most certainly choose Alanar. Yeah, that planet is so like it just looks so good, and yeah, Alanar just looks beautiful. It looks so magnificent. Looks so magnificent. It looks so rich and vibrant. It looks like a Star Wars planet. And yeah, Alanar is just a beauty to look at. Yeah, I absolutely love Alanar. But the best thing about Alanar is the culture. Oh, the culture. Yep. That is where the Disney stuff lies. Because, yep, it is a planet where the people's language is singing. Yep. Like, it is a planet where every single character, every single citizen living in Alanar sings. Yep. Imagine a world where, imagine me living in a world where, the characters communicate through singing. That is one of the most unique things I've ever seen. Yeah, imagine a Walt Disney Animation Studios movie where where characters actually sing. Their characters, actually sing. Actually sing. Yeah, imagine that we're a world. Yeah, a Disney movie with a world where everyone communicates through singing. That is gonna be one of the best Disney movies for sure. The best ideas for a Disney movie. And yes, there is a musical number in this. Now it's not really like a legit musical number where you can sing along to. It's just it's basically more of dialogue singing. Dialogue singing. Like sing talking. That kind of singing. But holy crap, their voices are really good. It's like also Prince Yan is it is my favorite male character in the movie. Yeah, Prince Yan is my favorite male character. I just love this guy. I want more of Prince Yan. I want more of him. He's just amazing. I love his charm. I love his charm to it, and I want more of this guy. I mean, we need more straight up Asian actors in the MCU like him. And not like Asian American. I mean, straight up Asians, like with Prince Yan, like that. And by the way, yeah, I haven't heard Brie Larson sing in a movie since Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and damn, Brie Larson just knocks it out of the park with her singing, singing, and in this one, I mean, her voice is gorgeous. It is like an angel, and especially and my God, Brie Larson's look in that scene, like it is just straight up gorgeous with that beautiful, gorgeous look to her. Just this beautiful, amazing, just this beautiful, amazing Disney princess-like costume outfit. Yeah, that is Captain Marvel's. That is Carol's best outfit yet. Yeah, any of her legit Captain Marvel outfits. Yeah, it puts those to shame. Absolute shame. Yeah, legit. Anyways, yeah, the action scenes are very intense and exciting. Even for an hour and 45 minute movie, the shortest MC movie, there sure as hell is a lot of action, and I mean awesome ones. Like my personal favorite action scene would probably be definitely the body swapping action scene. Boy, that action scene rules. Yeah, I know Marvel posted a clip of that, and I was like, yeah, this could be one of my favorite scenes in the film. And yes, it absolutely is my favorite scene in the film. Yeah, it is my favorite action scene in the film. Yeah, I know we got some great ones too, the two times that the Marvels fought Darman, and also the Aladnar, but the major battle of Aladnar, which felt like a final battle. For some, felt like a final battle, but yeah. The location swapping scene, yeah, where we go from, Kamala's house, where the trio just switches from Kamala's house to the Saber Station in space, and to another area in space. Yeah, just see the swap locations and then fight off the Kree. That is one of the most creative action scenes in the MCU, and that is one of the best action scenes in the MCU. Yeah, and what makes it even better is the music. The rap song. Yeah, it was so fun. I was almost wanting to dance in my seat. I was swaying my butt on my seat. Yeah, I was I was doing the thing where you do when you hear rap. Yeah, I was wow. Like it was just so good, so glorious to see that. Yeah, amazing. And yeah, like I forgot how the song went, but it is just very catchy. It kind of reminded me of like the song that was played in Shang-Chi's bus fight scene. Yeah, that's what it basically felt like. And basically felt like and yeah, the other scenes are great as well. And yeah, now let's talk about Darben, which yeah, Darben is a villain that everyone hates. Even the defenders of the Marvel, even the people who defend this movie, they all say that Darben sucks. And a lot of people would even go as far as calling Darben the worst MCU villain. I mean, really the worst MCU villain? I mean, even over Malekith, Darren Cross, like Malekith, Darren Cross, Yellow Jacket. Even though I kind of like him as even though he was solid as MODOK. Yeah, Sonny Birch, the Mandarin, Aldrich Killian. Like, I'm sure I'm missing someone, but oh yeah, also Abomination. Yeah, there's far worse MCU villains than Darben. Yeah, in fact, Darben is a top 10 MCU villain. I don't care what anyone else says. And Darben might be the best female MCU villain I've seen since Scarlet Witch. Yeah, Scarlet Witch will always be the best MCU female villain. Scarlet Witch in Multiverse of Madness, but Darben is a close second now. Yeah, I prefer Darben over Hela. Fight me. And Darben is such a massive threat. It's such a massive threat. She actually does feel memorable. She actually does feel memorable, and yeah, you really feel the monster in her, and you really feel her you really feel her backstory and her motivation as to why she wants to destroy Carol, why she wants to to do that to Carol, to do all these things, do all these things, and and all that stuff, and yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about here, and yeah, and also not to mention she is hot as well. Zoe Ashton gives such a great performance as Darben. I love it. And yeah, and also this movie has some emotional core to it. Not that I didn't cry in it, but like there's some emotional moments as well that almost made me tear up. Like for example, when I'm gonna talk spoilers later on. So there's gonna be a few spoilers in this review. So yeah, I will talk a little bit about spoilers later on. But yeah, and I will say that the ending and the post credit scene will leave you pumped for the future of the MCU, and totally left me pumped. I mean, my audience was literally cheering at the post credit scene. Yeah. Yeah, my audience seemed to have a blast with this one, and my theater was actually packed. By the way, yeah, so much so for box office flop. Yeah, and the so-called biggest flop in the MCU. So yeah, so yeah, so overall, the Marvels is the weakest MCU. The Marvels is the weakest MCU movie this year. Yes, I prefer Quantumania over the Marvels. I don't care what anyone else says, but the Marvels is still very impressive, and I must say this year is probably the best year for the MCU. Yeah, let's see if any of the upcoming years can top this. Maybe 2025 or through 2027. Yeah, we'll see about that. So yeah, and by the way, yeah, the ending is the best ending for the MCU in the entire MCU. Yeah, my personal favorite ending, and I was clapping at the end. Yeah, I was cheering for it. Yeah, I was cheering the end. I was like, yes, thank you, Marvel, thank you. Yeah, you don't know how much that ending means to me. And yeah, I'm gonna say a bit of spoilers, so you can just stop watching for now. Yeah, you can just stop watching. But yeah, so yeah. By the way, that emotional scene that I'm talking about So yeah, this is a spoiler now. So yeah, that ending scene I was talking about was basically when Monica Rambeau they're like Darwin defeated herself, like actually killed herself while using the two bangles, like it incinerated her. but she actually left a hole in the multiverse. She broke a hole in the universe, which goes to the other side. So Monica sacrifices herself to fix the hole, but she had to, but she shredded herself in the other multiverse, and everyone in the current universe that this movie took place in, they all thought she was dead. But yeah, it turns out she's not dead. She just went into, yep, I kid you not, the X-Men universe. She went to the X-Men universe, and yeah, in the post-credit scene, we see Monica waking up in the hospital bed, and guess who shows up? Yep, Beast. Kelsey Grammer's Beast from X-Men. Yeah, I honestly wish it was Nicholas Holt's Beast that showed up, but I can totally see why they used Kelsey Grammer's Beast. Yeah, but I just prefer Nicholas Holt's Beast, though, in my personal opinion. Yep, Beast shows up and just tells Monica that she's in there. And Monica actually sees some Maria Rambo in there, and Maria's but Maria actually doesn't know who Monica is. She doesn't recognize Monica, so yeah, that I can't wait to see how that goes. I can't wait to see how that goes. Yeah, but the scene that I want to talk about the most is the ending, the one before the credits. Yep, guess who shows up in the ending? Kate Bishop, the greatest MCU character ever, and I will never change my mind about that. You all know how much of a fan of Kate Bishop I am. Like, Kate Bishop is the GOAT, and to see her in the ending of it, woo, that is wow. Like, wow. I mean, I am just speechless right now. I mean, I can't believe this really happening. Yeah, Marvel lied to us about Quantumania not having. Marvel lied to us when they said that Kate Bishop was going to be in Quantumania, but that was a lie. That didn't happen, sadly. Well, at least we got Cassie Lang in Quantumania. But yeah, not only does the ending have Kate Bishop showing up, and I love the fact that she did, but it literally sets up Young Avengers, which could be my favorite MCU team ever. I mean, seeing Kamala and Kate Bishop and all those Young Avengers teaming up together, that is gonna be like amazing. And yeah, and we even get this, and not to mention the ending also pays homage to the post credit scene in Iron Man 1, where remember the iconic post credit scene where Nick Fury was like, you are part of a bigger universe, you just don't know it yet. Like Nick Fury makes an iconic speech to Tony, like that recruit speech. Yeah, Kamala literally does the same thing. Did you know that you're not the only young superhero around? And you just become part of a bigger universe, which is just me. And also she's like, but there are other people, but there are also other heroes, other young heroes too. Did you know that Ant-Man has a daughter? Yep, Cassie Lang. She talked about Cassie Lang, and then Kamala, answered with like, I want I want you part of my team or something like that. I'm putting together a team. I want you in it, and Miss Marvel is gonna be leading her own team, leading the Young Avengers. I assume Kate Bishop will be like the co-leader of it all. And boy, I'm just I am so pumped for Young Avengers. Young Avengers could possibly top could possibly top Hawkeye as my new favorite show of all time. No, as my favorite I mean my favorite MCU show. Yeah, not favorite show of all time. That will always be Stranger Things. So yeah, that ending just wow. So yeah, Young Avengers, let's go. So yeah, Marvel's great movie. I was impressed with it, and love it. Really defend this film. So yeah, guys, ignore the bad reviews. Go see the Marvels. Yeah, don't listen to any of the hate. Reading all the bad reviews and just saying, oh, don't watch it, it's not worth your time, because y'all are seriously missing out. Unless if you can just watch the post-credits on YouTube, maybe. So then yeah. So yeah, with that said, as for my rating, it kind of varies. Yeah, if I'm rating this based on the overall quality of the movie, I give the Marvels 4 stars out of 5. Great movie. However, because of the fact that Marvel actually gave us Kate Bishop at the end of the movie, I am giving this an extra point. I am giving this an extra point. So yeah, I'm giving this one a 4.5 stars out of 5. So yeah, extra half star points for that Kate Bishop cameo. But objectively, but quality wise, it's really a 4 out of 5. So yeah. So that's all for my review on the Marvels. What are your thoughts on the film? Do you agree with me that the Marvels is actually a great film that doesn't deserve any of the hate and is an underrated gem, or do you hate the movie as much as the popular consensus says it is? So yeah, and at least we can all agree that it's better than the first film, whether you like it or not, right? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review of the Hunger Games series leading up to Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, as well as my and also my cherry reaction to as well as my cherry reaction to Damsel and Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. So yeah, bye guys.